East, live performance studio, where rock bands unplug, strip it down, and get intimate acoustically. Studio East, powered by the U.S. Army. There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. Learn more about the U.S. Army at goarmy.com. Now, let's go live to Studio East.
What's going on? I'm Eddie P. from the Tom and Emily Morning Show, hanging out in Studio East with Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown. What's going on, fellas?
We're glad to be here.
We got a little bit of an audience tonight. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
Now, I was doing some research on you guys before you came in here, and Tyler, you were originally a Texas boy, am I right?
Yeah, I'm still a Texas boy.
Texas boy at heart.
Yeah, but I live in Nashville, Tennessee now. We all kind of call Nashville home, and that's where I met
where you guys
the band.
all connected.
It is, yeah, but you know, growing up in Texas, I was heavily influenced by a lot of the music that surrounded me, which it was a lot of blues growing up, which led me to classic rock, which led me to wanting to do my own thing in rock.
And I could hear a lot of that blues influence in your music.
Yeah, I can't deny it.
Quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So it really seems like the pieces just kind of fell into place for you guys once you made that move to Nashville. Was it as easy as it seems, or did you have some other projects that you tried to get off the ground before the Shakedown, as we know it, became what it is?
No, I mean, we've been pretty relentless. We've been just kind of road dogging, and we've gone through multiple tour vans and played to, you know, hundreds of clubs where no one was there. And then, you know, every now and then the underdog gets a win and you get called to do a tour with AC/DC or Guns N' Roses or, you know, and we've just kind of stayed at the table until we get fed, essentially.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah. When
the underdog gets a win, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. So I want to talk a little bit about your first album, because I know you got a new record coming out soon. But you worked with, and I actually didn't realize you worked with this guy until recently, but on your first album, Wild Child, you worked a lot with Vance Powell.
Yeah.
And for anyone that doesn't know, he's actually a pretty big name in the music business. He's worked with artists like the Revivalists, White Stripes, Jack White as a solo artist. And now Tyler Bryant in the Shakedown. So
yeah, that's right, man.
He's a pretty big name in music. How did that come about, and what was it like working in the studio with him?
Well, you know, we wanted to work with Vance based on a lot of records, but my favorite record was this record he did for C6 Steve, and there was just, the sounds were incredible, and we called him and went to his studio and tracked the record in, you know, 6 days or something, and then we did some overdubs, and it's a very live, raw, visceral record. And we ended up doing another project with him called the Wayside EP. And it was just, you know, we're just brothers now. We're buds.
And why was that one just an EP, if I may ask?
Oh, yeah.
Songs,
why
right?
was it? I think you got to ask Republic Records that question.
Didn't want to cause drama with the label.
No, there's
as
no.
a fan, you know, because we want to hear more music.
No, we don't
from
work together anymore, so it's totally cool. You can stir the pot. But we I think, especially in like a singles world, we're grateful to be here because we're a band that's had so little radio love, because just we kind of trying to find where we fit in with our thing, and then being on a major label where you're kind of competing with Selena Gomez or something, and
sure.
It just didn't make sense for what we were doing. But we did. No, that's true. I mean, it's totally true. But we did 12 songs, and they're like, oh, we should ease it out and do 6. And so the other ones, I hope we can put out at some point, because there's some pretty heavy rockers on there.
I hope so too.
Yeah, man.
And I would say, you know, just listening to your music and looking at all the other artists that Vance Powell has worked with, it makes sense that you guys would enjoy working together. You're
there's
very
definitely
much in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So
there's some hard-hitting songs.
You going to work more with him in the future? Is he like going to be your guy? Hopefully.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we did a self-titled album after that project that we really are proud of, and that was just kind of self-produced by the band. And then most recently, our record that comes out on June 28th, we did with Joel Hamilton, which I don't know if like you've got any Highly Suspect fans in here, but
I'm sure we got a few.
We loved the Highly Suspect records that he did, and as well as, I mean, he worked with Tom Waits, which was a huge thing for me, and he did that Black Rock, the Black Keys hip hop record, which
I love that album.
I loved that record.
That was a really cool one.
So we just thought maybe he would be a cool guy to work with, and I think the upcoming record Truth and Lies is my favorite Shakedown record to date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm really excited for it. You want to give us a little something here in Studio East?
We're going to play you. This is the first time we've ever done this together right here. We're going to play you On to the Next acoustically.
All right.
Ready?
It's Tyler Bryant in the Shakedown live in Studio East. Thanks to
Got my finger on the detonator. I got nothing to lose, nothing to hide, nothing to prove. Put your money in your mouth, roll the dice, make a bet. Stack up your chips, watch me push them off the edge. Another one down, on to the next. Yeah, another one down, on to the next. The black cat, short fuse, spark it up, bad news. Everywhere I go, leave a mark like a tattoo. Wasting no breath, wasting no time. Setting it off like the 4th of July. And oh, I got nothing to lose, nothing to hide, nothing to prove. Make no mistake, don't get it confused. 'Cause I am what I am, I do what I do. Yeah, another one down. On to the next. Another one down. On to the next. A holy water mugshot, cell door unlocked, straight from the gutter, but it came out on top. Boom! I got nothing to lose, nothing to hide, nothing to prove. Make no mistake, don't get it confused. I am what I am, I do what I do. Another one down, on to the next. Yeah, another one down. On to the next. 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 Another one down. Yeah. On to the next. Thank y'all.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. First time.
Tyler Bryant in the Shakedown live in Studio East thanks to the U.S. Army. So you seriously have never done that acoustically before?
No, I did it by myself once at a radio station in Flint, Michigan, but we've never done it, so we talked about it.
It
the
sounds
first time I
like you've
played
got it
guitar.
down pretty pat. So
Yeah, man,
maybe
that's
consider
fun.
making that a part of the live set from now on.
Well, we
maybe.
play it electrically, but we're on the cowboy instruments today.
Cowboy instruments. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Which, hey, I must say, there's an insane setup here. As a, we go to stations every now and then, and this is pretty fun.
Yeah, we just kind of like add to it as we go with time. Like, if you really want to look at all the objects on the piano here, some of them really don't even make any sense. But I think it gives the room character.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I wouldn't quite say it's voodoo, but yeah. So you guys, you mentioned touring with bands like AC/DC earlier, Guns N' Roses. I think I saw Eric Clapton in there. Is it kind of hard not to have like a fanboy moment at times? Like, wow, these are dudes that I grew up listening to, and now they're like my peers, so to speak.
Yeah,
Did you ever
it
have that?
happens all the time. When we've been pretty fortunate to find ourselves in some pretty insane situations, and yeah, you just kind of totally fanboy out.
Would you say you've learned any valuable lessons performing with these guys?
Oh, 100%. Our show has just changed so drastically, and it's influenced the songwriting. You know, when you see what, you know, from going from playing really small clubs to the next night doing multiple nights in a stadium with a band like Guns N' Roses, you see, oh, these people are reacting to this in this song, and you realize the simple little things that have been right in front of you the whole time, that just seeing it night after night, I think it really soaked into our songwriting process for sure. And just the lighting and the pacing of a show, and how the bands treat their crew and how they treat their fans. Like,
you don't want to be
all
a
that stuff is
D-bag,
so
that's for
important.
sure.
No,
Yeah.
man. I think that whole rock and roll stereotype is over, and you wouldn't expect Axl Rose to be the nicest guy ever, but he treated us better than just about anyone we've ever toured with.
Wow, very nice. That could just be you guys, but
Yeah. Well, I guess he did say it's nice to have an opening band. I don't have to. No swearing in here. Ignore.
very nice. You got a show tomorrow night at the Apollo Theater, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow at the Apollo, and we're actually coming back to the Chicago area on July 9th.
Oh, where are you playing then?
We're at Lincoln Hall. We're doing a co-headline tour with the Temperance Movement.
I love those guys.
Yeah, so it's going to be a crazy show.
I really want to go to that show. That
You were
sounds
invited
awesome.
now.
Temperance Movement came through here 2 or 3 years ago, and I think they might be coming back. John Perry, isn't the Temperance Movement coming back?
Oh, well, you're getting
Excellent.
us too. 2 for 1.
Just hearing what you guys can do here in Studio East and what they did, that makes perfect sense. That's going to be an amazing show.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like there's a whole movement of roots rockers kind of charging forward, and we're glad to be.
It's nice because it translates well in a small room like this, and I could see you rocking out the big venues as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Any
a
other,
different energy. Like I said, I'm so happy that you guys showed up to watch in the studio today, because we're a band that feeds off of people.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, that's kind of what rock and roll's about. It's about feeding off of each other and the whole energy that is exchanged. So
if you don't like your fans, I got to question like your character. You know, I mean, sure people have their off days, but speaking of that positive energy, you want to give us another little taste of what you got?
Yeah, we're gonna do a cover for you right now, because we were talking about maybe playing an Elvis song for you, if that's all right.
I don't know if anyone's played Elvis in here before.
Yeah, well,
maybe.
Then we're definitely gonna play Elvis.
You could be the first. Let's get it. It's time to Bryant and
Well, that's alright now, mama. If that's alright with you, that's alright now, mama. Just any way you do, that's alright. Baby, that's alright. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do. Well, mama, she done told me. Papa done told me too. Son, that girl you're messing with ain't no good for you. Well, that's alright. Baby, that's alright. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do, yeah. Look out. Well, I'm leaving town now, baby. Leaving town for sure. Soon you won't be bothered with me hanging around your door. Well, that's alright. Baby, that's alright. That's alright now, mama.
Hell yeah.
That was fun.
Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown live in Studio East, thanks to the U.S. Army. Tomorrow night at the Apollo Theater, if you're liking what you're hearing. Are tickets still available for that
Yes,
show?
tickets are still available. Tomorrow night, I believe we're with Blackstone Cherry.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. So
Another band that pairs well with you.
Yeah,
I'd say.
absolutely. We've been doing a co-headline run with those guys for the last month and a half or so. The Carry Me On Down the Road tour has been going great, and we'll kick it off again tomorrow night at the Apollo, and then, like I said, back on July 9th.
So where can people get tickets if they're interested in going tomorrow night?
They can go to TylerBryantandTheShakedown.com. We have tickets there, and then for the show in July, we're doing an interesting thing for that show. We're doing a joint VIP experience where the Temperance Movement and the Shakedown will do an acoustic set for fans before the show, but both bands. So that's going to be kind of cool.
It's nice to take the meet and greet experience and elevate it a little bit. That's very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we've always had fun doing it, meeting people before the show and getting a chance to like actually talk.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it'll be cool with both bands since there's such a common thread in the music.
So anything else you want to tell us about the new album coming out? It's next month, correct? Dropping next month?
The record comes out. It's called Truth and Lies. It's out on June 28th, and then we have a new single coming out on May 24th.
You're going to have to be sure to get that to our afternoon girl, Stino, because she debuts new songs
Was that
every
right?
afternoon, part of the 420 hit of the day, we call it here.
Oh.
We let listeners
Whoa,
puff
the
on
plot
song
thickens.
or pass it if they don't like it, but, I mean, if anyone passes on what you guys play, we don't want them here.
Yeah, we'll make sure
They
we
can
get
smoke
it
their
to you
swag
guys.
if they pass on that. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys again so much for coming
Thank you.
in.
Thanks for having
Good
us. Our
luck
pleasure.
tomorrow night at the show. Can't wait till you come back too in July, and definitely hook your boy up on the
I'm going to
list.
jump in here, Eddie. Do you guys want to do one more? We didn't really talk about how many you guys wanted to do.
We'll do one more for you.
All right.
All right. Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown giving
Thank
us
y'all.
a third song in Studio East, thanks to the U.S. Army.
Lipstick or rambling?
Let's do lipstick.
All right. Here we go now. One, two, three, four. Skip school, quit your job, only a fool miss this kind of occasion. Racket dancing shoes, Hollywood blues, take a permanent vacation. That's right. Let your head down, spin around downtown, give me that kiss, amaze me. Well, everybody need a little bit of loving tonight. That's a little bit crazy. Take my hand, take my heart now, honey, my super lady. Lick your lips, shake your hips, we on the flip side. Come on, pretty mama, amaze me. Everybody need a woman like that with the kiss she saved the day. If ever I'm in trouble, she running on the double with a lipstick, Wonder Woman way. Black boots, white jeans, so tight, just so right, oh so mean. She moved fast in her pink sunglasses, bust out of that limousine. Oh, party scene was just a getting bumping, and she taking over me. The stereo's up, so let's get down. The hero and the villain believe. Take my hand, take my heart now, honey, my super lady. Lick your lips, shake your hips, we on the flip side. Come on, pretty mama, amaze me. Everybody need a woman like that with a kiss she saved the day. If ever I'm in trouble, she running on a double with a lipstick, Wonder Woman way.
Everybody need a woman like that. With a kiss she saved the day. If ever I'm in trouble, she running on a double with lipstick, Wonder Woman ways. Everybody need a woman like that. If ever I'm in trouble, she running on a double with a lipstick, Wonder Woman ways.
Yeah. Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown in
Thank y'all.
Studio East with a third song. If John Perry asked you to do a third song, then you know you must have done
Hey,
good with
that's
the
cool.
first
Thank
two.
you. Thank you.
So, guys, I'm honored that I was able to interview you. I'm a little ticked off that I wasn't able to be behind the camera just to film that. So, thanks again for
we're glad to
coming
be
in.
here. Thank you for taking the time, and we made the trip up from Nashville just to come and spend some time with you guys today, and because we appreciate station support and real rock and roll, man.
Eddie's normally the camera guy.
Yeah,
Stino's usually here. So, but you'll be able to do it in July when they come back.
Yeah.
Perfect.
there you go.
Right on.
If you want to see him at the Apollo Theater,
all you
tickets
guys come
are still
back.
available. In the meantime, this video will be up in just a few minutes on 95willrock.com. It's,
Eddie looks good in the yellow chair, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is.
In the throne.
I think I might have to fight Stino for this. We're live in Studio East thanks to the U.S. Army. 95 Will Rock, the rock station.
7 to